Today on Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal Bee, we have Brooklyn's finest, Cinema, bringing you their very unique style of rock and roll. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone for tuning in to Season 1 of Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal Bee. Thank you very much. We're going to take the bull by the horns and attack Season 2. On today's episode, we'll be doing cinematic stuffed shells. Okay, here we are with our featured band, Cinema. Evan, Paul, say hello to our audience.
Hello. Hello, audience. Hello, we're very happy to be here in Southeast Rock and Roll. It smells great in here.
Okay, as our water is boiling to prepare our stuffed shells, I'm going to show you how to make the stuffing. This is a very special ricotta cheese. If you have an Italian deli, which we have world famous Latona's on Harrison Avenue in Garfield, that's where I get this from. And it's the only kind I would use. It's a highest quality. And remember, on Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal Bee, it's all about the ingredients. How is it that you Cinema formed as a two-piece?
January 11th, 2008, we got together with the idea of forming a band, not necessarily a two-piece. We thought that we would fan it out and have a full ensemble. When we plugged in and really got into it together, the power we were able to harness, just the two of us, and the sound we were able to harness, just the two of us, and the amount of ground we were able to sonically cover, started to just take care of itself. And then the ins and outs of less people, less egos, less scheduling, less attitudes. We wouldn't compromise sound for that reason, but we're able to cover the sound that we're missing by not having other members, and we kind of use our weaknesses to our advantage.
This is about 3.5 pounds. I'm not going to quite use them all. I'm only making 1 pound of macaroni. You have to have the jumbo shell, any jumbo shell. This is a Barilla, an Italian shell. Okay, we're going to continue with our ricotta cheese, and there are a few special ingredients that we have in this. Ground parsley. Because we love parsley flaked on Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal Bee. Fresh parsley. Forget about that stuff in the cabinet. We got some black pepper. Just enough to sprinkle it in there. And we have one last ingredient, the egg. What came first? Cinematic stuffed shells or the egg? Want to talk about your CDs a little bit?
Sure.
Which one is this?
This is a full-length Manic Children and the Slow Aggression. It's a 13-song, 80-minute monster record. We recorded it at Inner Ear Studios down in DC with Don Z and Tara. We were very lucky and blessed to work with Don. He's done all the Fugazi and Minor Threat and the first Bad Brains demo.
This is a self-produced.
We are entirely DIY.
I got
there
you.
There are no record labels involved.
And how about this one?
That's an EP called Shoot the Freak that we put out just previous to the LP, also recorded.
Trailer.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
A bit of a breadcrumb trail.
That's nice.
That was full length, yes.
Okay, that's very cool. Here we go. And the egg is going to act as a binding factor to just solidify everything, and it'll translate into flavor later on. That's kind of what you want to see. A little bit of green, a little bit of black from the pepper. You want to get all the egg mixed in very well. You guys tour much, or?
It's a never-ending tour, right?
Yeah.
It's a never-ending tour.
Yeah, it's been a never-ending tour
Okay.
since the beginning. It's been 5 years. We've done over 300 shows. We've done half of America. We've done Canada. We've done the entire East Coast. We've done the Southwest. Touring is really our thing.
You guys are getting around.
Yeah.
Good, very good, and it's much easier with only 2 people.
Indeed.
I know.
You dovetailed that well.
I know that. Okay, so we're gonna put our mixture aside. We have some boiling water, and I'm gonna go for the whole pound of stuffed shells right in there. We want it al dente, so it's nice and hard. Call me an unprofessional chef if you want for not putting salt in my pasta, but that's the way we do Rock and Roll Cooking, because there's so much flavor in our sauce I do not feel the need to flavor the pasta with unneeded salt. In the meantime, I'll prepare the pan. Look at that sauce, the fresh basil, the garlic, the onions, the tomatoes. Do you guys get hotel rooms? You sleep in a truck? What do you do?
It's a mix of all.
It's
Yep.
a melange
Yep.
of whatever happens in the moment. We aim to try now, because you learn how to tour over time. Like with anything else, if you don't go ahead and do it wrong a couple of times, you'll never get to try to do it right or even approach doing it right. So at first, our first big tour from Brooklyn was to Cincinnati to do a festival, and we booked hotels along the way. It was more of a vacation, but this was also 5 years ago. We've come to blaze this kind of like figure eight-ish trail up and down the East Coast where now we have some networks of bands. So generally, we go back to areas like DC, Virginia, Philly, Jersey, Connecticut, Boston, and we have bands or people or supporters that'll usually put us up. Because being DIY, basically you want to make the gas money. You know, and
you don't want to blow it on hotel rooms.
Yeah, you have to cut every single corner.
Very
possible.
cool.
Goes without saying.
Okay, we've reached the al dente state with our stuffed shells. And this is very important. It has to be washed down with cold water because they'll continue to cook otherwise. Okay, once the steam is gone, you can kind of feel that they've stopped cooking. We could begin the stuffing process. Who's some of your influences?
Well, I'm a very big fan of Swans. This is a Swans t-shirt.
Okay, Swans.
A lot of our influences are not two pieces. That's
Yeah, generally, a question we're often asked are, what two pieces have we based our sound on and approach on? And many two pieces thrive by finding one niche. We just do whatever we feel the song calls for, and we
don't
never
approach it like a two-piece. Right?
Yeah, we approach it like we're a full orchestra.
How about the old school Brooklyn heavyweights, Typo Negative, Biohazard?
Like Vagony,
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up specifically with those guys. Didn't live too far away, and like it's funny because the scene in Brooklyn has totally shifted to more of an indie hipster scene. But when we were younger, it was metal. It was like hardcore and metal.
L'Amour's.
L'Amour's. The first gig I ever played in my first band in the early 90s was at L'Amour's. Played there many times. Wow, L'Amour's. L'Amour's made it to the Sal Bee kitchen. I'm glad that got mentioned.
We're gonna stuff these shells like we stuff all pliable holes. You get the shell, you kind of just force the stuffing in there. The pliable al dente shell is perfect. It's not rocket science, guys. This is rock and roll cooking with Sal Bee. Okay, there you go. We've got all our stuffed shells, and we're just gonna cover them with sauce. My mouth is watering. Am I drooling at this point? I know my cameraman Jeff is. We preheated our oven at 350. We're gonna cover them for about the first 20-25 minutes. Then we're gonna broil them for the last 5 minutes. Into the oven we go. Hey, well, it's been a pleasure having you guys in Sal Bee's Rock and Roll Kitchen.
It's been a pleasure. Our nostrils are being massaged.
I think we should plate some food.
Yeah.
Jeff, should we plate some food?
We should plate some food.
Look at that. Look at that. Slightly browned on top from the broiling. Okay, here's our plated dish. It's gonna be served with a fresh tossed garden salad. And enjoy, guys.
Looks lovely. Looks like a Matisse. I'm not sure if I even want to cut into this.
All right. We got a winner? Hang on a second.
Light.
Hold on. Stop eating.
Oh no.
Wait a second. I forgot the most important ingredient. Pecorino Romano. Pecorino.
Welcome
And
to the
maybe
table.
a little hot pepper if you guys would like.
I'll take that.
Enjoy, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you, Sal.
You're welcome, guys.
So you're helping yourself to that first.
Little crack.
Would you mind if I, or is this all going to be about you first, as usual?
Yeah.
Do you mind if maybe I survive?
I don't
Would
want
it be?
to
Can I now? Thank
It's
you.
all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. To learn some road etiquette. It's not easy. generally, when you're a touring band on the road, you aren't fed such delightful restaurant-type food on the arm, as Sal is taking care of us here. But this is delightful. And you know what? The first thing, Paul and I were cousins, and my mother and his father are siblings, and they're both Italian. So we share 50% Italian lineage, which I think Sal touched off on that well by
I'm glad he's enjoying
leading us in.
You know what? I can tell when something comes good and something doesn't.
This is really
I
good.
know without even taking a bite that it came good.
Let me tell you too, because the big thing will be the sauce. Is it gonna sting? Am I gonna wind up with this is a smooth,
Pleasurable.
pleasurable
sauce.
Pleasurable. I'll go with that.
It's all about the ingredients.
Beautiful.
Okay, it looks like we made another band happy on Rock and Roll Cooking with Sal Bee. As soon as they get done with their meal, they're gonna perform a live song, UFO, and maybe we're gonna squeeze in Lady Abortion.
Indeed. First things first will be this.
Hurry up.
I'm trying my best.
Take your time.
I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it. All right, you guys chillax and eat.